Good evening. Welcome, everybody. How are you? And happy Valentine's Day.
It was yesterday.
Arrears. Before you jump in, I am still celebrating Valentine's Day.
Okay.
I am. You can see I'm wearing my red, and I've got my red lipstick on. Okay. So it's deliberate. Yes.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
You didn't share that.
You should have picked it up.
Oh.
You should have picked it up. So,
okay.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day. Hope you had a great celebration, and hope the celebration has not ended. So we'll be talking a little bit more about that. Yes. But I hope the celebration has not ended. Yeah.
Trust you're well, everybody, and I hope your day is going really well wherever you are in the world. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to share with you this evening or today, basically, because it could be morning wherever you're watching.
You better look at the camera.
Okay.
Because somebody actually commented that he always looks at me instead of the camera. So you need to make effort. Okay. Yeah, I know, you can't help looking at me, but
I'm looking at the camera right now.
Camera, yeah.
The camera.
So thank you for joining us. Welcome. As you join us, do let us know where you're watching us from. We like to know where you are connecting with us from. And it's a joy. It's really an honor and a privilege to be able to come into your homes to share with you. And today is no different.
It's a privilege we don't take lightly.
We're just really glad to be able to do that. So do say hello when you join us, and let us know where you're watching us from. Let us know if it's your first time as well.
Yeah.
Let us know if it's your first time.
And if you have any comments as we go along, if you have any input, we like to read what you write and we like to share it online. And if it is something that we can either integrate into what we're saying, we do that. Or if it's a question to answer, we do our best to answer it. By the way, if you ask a question after we've gone offline, we'll do our best to still respond to you.
Yeah.
So
if you don't mind as well sharing the video, if you don't mind doing that, we're just trying to do that right now.
Yes.
Trying to put it on my wall. Now, for those of you who probably seen us on Alternative Lifestyle in the past, Alternative Lifestyle is not completely gone. We're coming back with Alternative Lifestyle on the first Saturday in March. A new series of Alternative Lifestyle starts. So something for us to look forward to.
Absolutely.
But thank you for joining us today, and we're going to get started. So we know Valentine's Day was yesterday. It was a special day. But the question we're asking today is it possible to have Valentine's Day all year round? Is that really possible? Because let's face it, Valentine's Day, we all look forward to it. We all get excited about it. Everybody makes plans. Even my son was asking me, what are you and Dad doing for Valentine's Day? So everybody knows Valentine's Day is Lover's Day. But the question is, do we have to wait for one day in a year to actually make efforts to love on our spouses or love on each other and do something really special? Or is it possible to actually make it like a not everyday occurrence, I suppose, but
that would be heavy.
But all year round, is it possible
to extend
it?
Yeah, to spread it kind of throughout the year. It is possible. It will require a lot of deliberate and purposeful purposefulness, on our part. But the answer to the question is, it is possible. We often expect our spouse and our loved ones to know that we love them. We often, especially as men, when we work hard, we expect our wives to interpret that to mean that we love them. Why else am I working so hard if not for you and the kids? So we expect them to know. But oftentimes, that's not what they want. They want us to spend time with them. They want us to hold hands. They want us to share precious moments with them. So what is the point I'm trying to make? We assume that all is well. So oftentimes we take each other for granted. And
I think that's the key, taking each other for granted. That is something we do. And not just with our spouses, even our children, you know, those that are closest to us, we tend...
Those are the most precious to us, yeah.
We tend to take them for granted. So I think the question, I suppose we could backtrack, what makes Valentine's Day so special? Because at the end of the day, it's just a day. It's just another day. It's just another day in the calendar. But what makes it so special is that we make effort.
We make an effort to make it special.
It's just like your birthday. Those days you call special occasions, they're just another 24-hour day.
Yeah.
But what we do is we ignite those days.
Yeah, we make certain choices.
Yes, we take them out and say, I'm going to do something special with you. And so if we recognize that Valentine's Day is just another day, you could choose to celebrate your Valentine's Day on the 6th of March and make it special. I could choose to celebrate mine on the 14th of February. It doesn't have to be a particular day.
I could choose to do it once a month.
Exactly.
Or once a week.
Yeah. So if we recognize that it's just a day in the calendar, then we can appreciate that it's actually possible to duplicate it, rather than just waiting for that one day. Because to me, I mean, yesterday, for example, like I said, my son was asking, what are you and dad doing? And I said, well, your dad wants to go out, but I don't really want to go out. Because to me, it's like, it's just another day. We don't have to go out because it's Valentine's Day. We can still do something special with each other without necessarily having to go out for a meal.
Without even spending anything, really.
We ended up not going out for a meal. We had the meal with the kids.
Was it my preference?
Well, it wasn't your preference, but it was my preference. I just felt I don't want to sit in a restaurant with 100 other people and have a meal and then go home, and the time you to drive there, the time you drive back home, that's time that you wasted.
But you're not usually like that. You don't mind going out.
I don't mind going out. No, I don't. But yesterday, I suppose I just didn't feel like going out. And the point I'm making is, it doesn't have to be that there's no right or wrong way of making your day special. Yeah. You know, there's no right or wrong way. You don't have to do anything apart from doting on each other, apart from doing things together. That's the only thing. So you don't have to do anything.
What it shows as well is it doesn't have to be expensive.
It doesn't have to be expensive
to be pleasing.
No.
Yeah.
No. So we had a meal with the family, and then we went upstairs to our room and just spent some quality time together. You know, so we can in our own way make our days special.
Absolutely.
I think the important thing is to make that decision, like we do with birthdays, with anniversaries, with special occasions like our Mother's Day. We make a decision. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. So instead of just allowing all the other days to go by, what we're saying is, you can actually say, okay, today I'm going to do this.
Absolutely. It is very, very possible. It is very, very possible. It would take a lot of work, you know, but it's a lot. It's worth doing, you know, because if we believe that our partners are special, our families are special, then, you know, making them feel special often is important.
Yes.
You know, it is in a way, investing into our relationship, and what you put in is what you're going to get out. And life is more fulfilling when you make your loved ones feel really special. Absolutely.
Yeah. And the other thing, okay, so we're saying it is possible.
Yes.
It's possible to, of course, not have Valentine's Day as we know it every single day, but it is possible to keep that feeling of being special, making the days special.
Absolutely.
It's possible to keep it all year round.
Yes.
And the first thing we need to acknowledge is this person is the most important person to me.
Yes.
And acknowledge or accept as well that I have to make a decision to make it special.
Yeah.
So even though it's easy for birthdays, it's easy for anniversary because you feel okay, it's once every 3 months or whatever. But when you think about the benefits of actually just keeping it going in a relationship, having that pleasure of spending time with your spouse and not having to, because when you think about Valentine's Day, like you were saying earlier, actually, on your spouse's birthday, even if they upset you, even if they upset you, you don't get upset.
You choose not to.
You choose not to. That's it. You choose not to. That word is so powerful.
It's like, today's not the day to get angry.
It's not the day
and I'm not going to let you miss my day
not...
kind of thing. It's an attitude, isn't it?
Yeah. The person celebrating their birthday, make a more conscious effort not to get upset,
not to allow somebody else to ruin their day,
and everybody else in the house makes a conscious effort not to upset them, because they know it's their special day.
Yeah.
Even with the kids, if they've been naughty, you don't say to them, if not that today was your birthday. if today wasn't your birthday, you'd be in trouble, because it's a special day. So how about we just consciously saying, the Bible says, this is the day the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. Every time I think of that scripture, basically it's saying, I choose today. I choose to be happy today. I choose to ignite today. I choose to make today special. It's a choice. I choose not to allow the day pass by without acknowledging it. Because it's possible for days to just pass us by without us acknowledging the day. And you just get up in the morning, you do what you normally do, and that's it, the day is gone. But when you say, this is the day the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it, then you're saying, okay, I grab hold of today. So that
would be very helpful, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if I wake up, and I say, well, today I'm going to make the best effort never to get upset with my spouse, regardless of what she does. And if you equally make that decision, because today is special, and I love this person, I want to spend the rest of my life with them, I want them to feel special, no matter what they do today, I will not allow myself to get angry. What an amazing result we'll get.
Absolutely. You might not get the to be honest, a lot of the time with the Valentine, it's almost like it's forced, isn't it? It's like, you have to buy me flowers today because it's Valentine, you have to buy me a card. But you might not have that, but what you will have is a consistent, strong relationship. You will have a consistent, strong relationship, and you will find that it will just be a lot better.
Every day will be every day will be better.
Every day will be better
as you go along, And talking about how to spread Valentine through the year, as I was saying earlier, if we make an effort and say the things that we do or the things that we choose to do on Valentine, if we choose to do them, even if it's not every day, because it's not every day that I want to buy you chocolate or buy you flowers. But if I make an effort, let's just make it as easy as possible and say once a month. Once a week is more recommended. But let's say in the worst case scenario, once a month, I will have a date with my wife. I will go and watch a movie. We'll go early to bed and just talk about nothing and just enjoy each other's company, or have a meal out, or buy a flower, just do something on a particular day that you both agree, actually. Write it down into write into the diary.
Well, buying flowers?
Well, no, buying flowers. Almost like a date.
Okay, the date.
Yes.
Okay, the date. The date. Yes. But not the buying of flowers.
Not the buying of flowers. But this is just an idea, So our date is the first Thursday. That's our day. No matter what we do, we're going to get home and we're going to just dot on one another. Or we're just going to have a special day on that day.
Definitely. Date nights are important. And like we've said over and over again on this program, it doesn't have to be expensive. Date night could be going for a walk. Date night could be just going to your room and playing a game together. It's just about you just basically forgetting everything else, forgetting TV, forgetting the phone, and just focusing on
forgetting on the pressures of life.
Yeah.
And just living. Yeah. Because life is actually too short. To postpone having a good time.
The pleasures.
Yeah.
Because God wants us to enjoy our lives, doesn't he?
Yeah. He does. There's nothing else more important than fulfilling your life purpose and enjoying the days that are in your life. The Bible says, help us to number our days fact is our days are numbered. Our days are numbered. And as long as it may be when we started, 40 years ago, if somebody said, 40 years ago, if somebody says, 53 or 54 or 60, I would be like, well, that's like 1 million years away. But boy, they're not too far off right now. And things begin to fall into perspective when you realize, boy, I've got fewer days than I started up with. And it's important that we immortalize each day. Enjoy
your day, enjoy your family, enjoy your children. I know we're talking about Valentine, but just enjoy all that God has given you. Because really, sometimes we overlook it, we take it for granted, we don't appreciate it, we think it will always be there. And unfortunately, some people get to that place where they actually lose it before they realize, actually, what I had was fantastic and I never appreciated it. So we can't afford to allow ourselves to get to that place where we lose our spouse, we lose our families, before we recognize that we had a good thing.
And it is very easy.
Taking it for granted.
It is very easy to lose each other. When you're devoted to your purpose. Well, when I say purpose, let's ignore that for a minute. If you're dedicated to your goal, whatever that goal may be, whatever that purpose may be, I want to do this, or I want to do that, I want to build this, I want to achieve that. What you will find is you're naturally drifting away from each other. Well,
especially if you're not pursuing the goal together. If you're pursuing the goal together, it's a different thing. But where you have one goal, like you say, that you're pursuing and you're focused on it, if you're not careful, yes, you could lose, and then she's focused on something else. If you're not careful, you could lose each other.
And you might just get used to
and you're living in the same house, but you're so far apart. That's how people grow apart, isn't it? People do grow apart. But I think we have to always review, and I always say that we have to. You can't afford to live life without daily reviewing your life, reviewing where you are, what you're doing. Is it what you're where you want to be? Are you doing what you want to be doing? Are you happy? Because sometimes we just need to ask ourselves that question: am I happy? If I'm not happy, why am I not happy? What do I need to do about this reason why I'm not happy? We need to ask ourselves those questions and then take action. Take action. And the action shouldn't just be based on our feelings. Because sometimes we are quick to respond or react when our feelings get ignited, when our feelings get touched, when something touches your feeling, it's easy to respond. But we know that we don't live life by feelings. So when that feeling is gone, it could be a feeling of anger, or it could be a feeling of love. You're suddenly feeling very loving towards your spouse, and so you make them their favorite dish, and you buy them their favorite flower or whatever. But the day you're not feeling it, what do? You go ahead and do. Because I believe that it's action that brings change. It's action that brings change. So even when you're not feeling the love, do the love. Do the love actions. When you're not feeling the love, send the love text. Send the love text, send the love card, do something. Because in the doing, the feeling will follow.
Will catch up.
It will catch up.
It's important. It's important. So the whole idea of what we're talking about today is basically reinforcing the fact that the things that we concentrate on doing on that particular day, Valentine, make an effort to spread it through the year, to deliberately do those things that make us feel loved,
that make the day special,
and do that as frequent as possible. And doing that, you will realize that your love tank is full, and you have something to draw on rainy days. Absolutely.
I mean, you mentioned love tank. The problem, just to reiterate what I was saying a while ago, the problem is when you don't feel loved, your love tank is empty.
It's empty.
And because your love tank is empty, you don't want to do anything for the other party because you're feeling like you have a need yourself. But the truth of the matter is, if you don't do anything, it's just going to carry on. It's just going to carry on. Yeah, it's just going to carry on as a vicious circle. But when you take a step, when you take a step, then chances are you will get something back.
Absolutely.
You will get a response back from the other person. And so somebody just needs to ignite it.
Yeah.
And why not you? Because I've found, certainly in our relationship, it's when I choose to do something that it sticks, not necessarily when my husband tells me, this is what I want you to do. So basically what I'm saying is you make a choice. Because I'm responsible for my life, and he's responsible for his life. You're responsible for your life. You're responsible for your choices. So rather than waiting, or rather than waiting for somebody to say, oh, this is what I want you to do, this is what I don't want you to do, why don't you make a choice? You make a decision yourself and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Even if my spouse does something to get me angry, I choose not to get angry.
At least not today.
Yeah, I choose not to get angry and commit to it. That's the other thing. Yeah. We have to commit to the decisions we make.
It'll be difficult at first, you know. Just like you get used to anything, positive or negative. If you do certain things repeatedly enough, you're going to get used to it.
Yeah, it's about forming a habit, isn't it?
Absolutely. So if we all make an effort in our relationship to do certain things repeatedly,
irrespective of how we're feeling.
Yeah.
I keep going back to that feeling because we are human beings, and so we're very much in touch with our senses and we're very much in touch with our feelings, which is great, but we cannot afford to limit our lives to our feelings. We have to rise up above our feelings with our actions. We have to make conscious decisions, conscious choices that we stick to, that we commit to, even when we don't feel like. Absolutely. I mean, talking about commitment, I'll tell you a little secret. Today, both of us were very tired. Very tired. We were like, oh, should we cancel this broadcast? But in the end, we said no, because we are committed to you. We're committed to you. We have said we will be here, and we needed to be here because we made a commitment. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So if we can commit to people that most of you we don't know personally. That's right. Think about
the majority of the people that will watch this program, we don't know personally. But because we feel your relationship is worth it, you know? Therefore, we will commit to deliver on our promises.
We make the investment, not to talk of the person who is the most important person in your life, your spouse. You can make that commitment and stick to it.
Yes.
Even when you're not feeling like it, just go ahead and do it anyway. When you're not feeling the love, go ahead and tell her, I love you. Yeah. When you're not feeling it, go ahead and tell her, I love you. Don't tell her, I really just want to squeeze your neck right now. Tell her you love her when you're not feeling it. You know, it's it really makes a difference. Yeah. I mean, right from when we were courting, we refer to each other as honey. So I don't call him by his name. He doesn't call me by my name. We call each other honey. So you can imagine he's upset me, and then I go honey. I still have to say honey because I'm used to calling him honey. I never call him by his name. The worst that will happen is I won't call him anything. You know, I won't say anything. But what am I trying to say? Because we have formed that habit. We formed that habit. It's very difficult for anything contrary to come out of our mouths. Yeah. He is always honey and I'm always honey, even when it feels like bitter cola. Even when it feels like bitter leaf, he's still honey and I'm still honey.
Absolutely. You know, love is more than a feeling. It's a choice. I choose you above all else, and I choose to love you above all else. As difficult as it may be, not because you're difficult, but because life is difficult, I choose to love you. Yeah. And in order for that to happen, I will not take you for granted. I will invest in our love life. You know, I will invest in our love life, and I will do certain things on a constant basis to refuel and to rekindle the love and the passion that we have for one another. Yeah. And if we all make that decision, we will realize that we just remain in love perpetually.
It's possible. It's possible.
It's very possible.
It's possible. The goal is oneness. Don't forget that. The two shall become one. It is possible. I mean, when you think about what is it that makes couples when they first come together, when they're courting or the early stages of marriage, why is it easier for them to just be so much in love and so much in tune with each other, and they're always together, and the reason is because there are not that many distractions.
That's right.
From the relationship. Okay, there are no kids. All you have to do is maybe contend with your work and all the other things that you need to do. Well, the fact of the matter is, as you get older, and especially depending on your commitments, things get busier.
Really, really hectic.
Yeah, life gets busier, and it's so easy to run, or rather to let life run away with you.
And then you leave the most important things in life undone.
Because you're thinking, oh, it's fine, they'll understand, they're family. You know, it's so easy to just begin to respond to life rather than deliberately saying, this is my life, this is how I want it, this is how I'm going to carve it out, this is the space I have for you, this is the space I have for you, and your family has to come first. That's why this is family first, right? Family comes first. So, but if you don't make that conscious effort and that conscious decision to carve out time and space for your family, everything else will just crowd in.
Absolutely.
Everything else will crowd in. And then one day you wake up and you think, wow, what happened here? I don't have a home. I don't have a marriage. I don't have a relationship. It's so easy. You know, but we can just consciously make. It's about decision. It's about making that choice and committing to it.
Yeah, you know, and yes, you will stumble sometimes. You know, you will drop the ball sometimes. But just go back to your commitment to one another. Exactly. Go back to your commitment to one another. Do those little things. You know, I heard it said somewhere some time ago that, you know, big issues rest, or rather depend on little things. You know, as big as the door could be,
the hinges are very small.
It rests on a very tiny little inch. You know, and our love life can be rekindled, can be vibrant by doing those little things. You know, that or you know, I will not shout at you. I will not scream you down. I will not devalue you. I will not unappreciate you. I will not get angry. I will choose to be at my best around you.
I'll be polite.
The
Bible says love is not rude. So I'll be polite. You know. I won't snap at you. Love is patient. Love is kind. I don't know why you're laughing. I will not snap at you. I'll repeat that one again. Yes. I'll be patient. Even if I ask the same question over and over again, I'll be patient, and I'll answer 10 times. You know.
And it's sticking to those commitments, and you know, sticking to those commitments, you will build a good habit that will keep your love life going, not just for Valentine, but for the rest of the year.
It is possible. It is possible. And we want to hear from you. If this has been a blessing to you, we really, really want to hear from you. If you have been putting into practice the things we've been discussing here, if it's been making any difference whatsoever to your home, please, we want to hear from you, because it will really encourage us. It will encourage us. We love you with the love of the Lord, and we just pray the grace and the blessing of God over your homes, that the Lord will just fill your marriage with new wine, and that the Lord will just fortify your home in the name of Jesus, that there will just be peace and joy in your home. The Bible says righteousness, peace, and joy. That is the kingdom of God. That will be your experience in your home. In Jesus' name.
Man, enjoy the rest of your day now.
And happy Valentine's Day.
God bless. Goodbye.